Go ahead and just give us your thoughts. First real true road game for the team here in Chicago. How has the first real road trip been for you? And then what are your expectations heading into tomorrow's match against Chicago?
Yeah, first real travel game, as you said, Katie. I think this is just an opportunity for us to connect in a different way as a team. I think that's something that is a positive of traveling. Obviously, we like playing at home, but when you're in a hotel, you're eating together, it's really nice to get to know the players a little bit like that and them get to know us. So it's been enjoyable so far. Big game tomorrow after, a tough 3 games where we know we weren't at our best. So looking forward to getting going tomorrow against a strong team.
All right. Anyone have any questions for Coach? I see some people there. I don't know if anyone is more lurking and not doesn't want to answer questions. All right, we'll go to Melina.
Thank you. Hi, Coach. I wanted to ask, how did the players respond in training after the defeat you suffered last week? Thank you.
Yeah, they did really well. I think they were upset, frustrated with themselves mostly, and that's what you want from competitors, to not be in a good place after losing at home, and obviously not the points we'd like to get out of 3 home games. But they responded really well. We had a day off. They came back in. We regrouped as a team. We looked at where we felt we let ourselves down on the field in different moments of the game. And then we looked at what we thought we'd done well and just hadn't taken advantage of. So continue to look at process, getting back to it, and another opportunity tomorrow to make sure we're stepping forward as a team.
All right, we'll go back to Melina.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you an update, if you have an update on Emily Menges, since she had to be subbed off last match. I think it was a foot injury. If you can give us an update on that. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we'll continue to learn more. She has not traveled with us, so she is being looked after by top care back in Portland. We'll miss her leadership, but also obviously her out on the field. But she wasn't, we didn't feel in the right place to travel right now with the injury. It's not major, but we'll make sure we're looking after her so we can get her back on the field healthy as quickly as possible.
We'll go to Jacob next.
Hi, Coach. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us today. You just mentioned, not too long ago, how this was the first road trip for the team, being that, and really this is also the first time you're traveling to another, a team that you didn't meet on the road, with the Challenge Cup divisions. So I was also wondering if you could just talk about what the focus is on preparing against Chicago, seeing that they're coming off a win at Orlando, where they found the back of the net 4 times.
Yeah, Chris has done a really good job. It's a strong team. Obviously Mal Pugh, everyone knows, but they've got a really well-balanced team that's really starting to play well and gel well together. We've done a good job, I think, of scouting them. The trick then is, how much does the team need to know and how much is about us? So that's what we focused on this week, is getting to know Chicago, but more importantly, making sure that our processes are getting tighter and tighter. The lapses in concentration defensively, we're addressing and talking about, and we're creating enough chances to get more goals. So the pressure is not just on the defenders to do a better job defensively, but the forwards need to be putting their chances away as well.
All right, we'll go back to Melina.
Last one for me. Coach, looking at Chicago's formation, we can see that they have a maybe crowded midfield, as well. Do you expect something like that? Where do you think it will be the key in this match? I remember listening to Coach Petruccelli saying that maybe the wings will be key in this match. Do you agree? Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what structure we're going to play or they're going to play. I think traditionally they've played a back 3 as well as us, but what we learned against Houston is the great part of the new coaching influx and the change in teams and players is that tactically the game is, I think, hitting a new level. You've got a lot of changes in formation, a lot of more adaptable players asking questions, becoming real students of the game. So if we line up as we have been and they have as they have been, then we'll have a very congested middle, and obviously then the wings become really important. What I would say is I think the center part of the pitch is critical, and how we balance all those numbers is always going to be important. And then they've got a player, as I pointed out, like Pew, who has been doing well, and we've got to be aware of, just like I'm sure they need to be aware of many players on our team who are attacking threats and talents.
All right, I see Ryan has jumped on and joined us. So Ryan, I'll open up your line, and you have a couple questions. Go ahead and you can kind of run through those to finish us off.
Hi, Rhian. So looking ahead to this match, thinking specifically about Sink's position, at this point in her career, do you see her as someone who could potentially drop back into the more of a midfield role, be more comfortable in that position, or do you still see her being, I guess, one of the more excuse me, attacking type forwards that you'd like to have up there?
Sink can play anywhere on the field. I mean, she just does it her way. So it's depending on the opposition. We've got incredibly athletic, dynamic players on this team around Sink, who is someone who links play. Her timing in the box, her finishing ability are second to none. So it's whomever we're playing and what I think they're giving us dictates where I think she should be playing. But whether that's in the midfield or whether it's up top, she's always an attacking threat. She's not in the midfield to just be a midfielder. She'll be in the midfield to be an attacking midfielder who's going to get at the top of the box and score goals. Same as when she's a 9, she often plays off the front and is arriving second phase into the box. So it's dependent on where I think the spaces will be and how I best want to get her into dangerous areas.
And apologies if you've already answered this. I had to jump on a couple minutes late, but this Chicago team, what stands out about them and what they do well?
Yeah, I think they've done a good job of overloading the midfields. I mean, again, I was just talking to Ryan about, teams are changing formations. They are adjusting. There's always little tweaks happening, which is interesting and it's exciting. It really makes all the players in the league better for having to try and figure out where new spaces are. And coaches can do the best they can to prepare them for opposition, but we don't always know what we're going to get. But what they have done historically is Mel has been playing more of a central role that has a little bit more leeway than maybe some of the other players. And then the wing backs have therefore been really strong for them and getting some important goals. I think St. George has scored 2 maybe, but definitely a team that has numerous attacking talents and can attack in very different ways. So something we're aware of and across, and we've been looking at.